Hey again, guys. Good to see you. Well, not really see you because you're seeing me, but I can't see you unless you send me videos, which I don't mind, or pictures. That'd be awesome. But I just wanted to review math with you this morning really quickly, just to make sure that you are understanding our mixed numbers and how they work and how they look and all of that and how important that is. So yesterday we talked about our mixed numbers being a whole number with a fraction. And when we have our whole number with a fraction, when we have our plates that look like this, what would that mixed number be? Who can figure it out? I want to see somebody post it down below. Hopefully all of you will. But I'll go ahead. Hopefully you'll post it before I even write it down, giving you a chance. But hopefully you recognize that this is going to be one whole, right? So we write the big one. And then we have, if you look at this closely, there's one piece missing. So it's going to be 2 out of how many pieces altogether? 3. So our fraction would be 2/3. So our whole mixed number would be 1 2/3. I hope some of you got that before I even posted it. I'm sure some of you did. Most of you did because you're smart. So 1 2/3. So you can see, because that one piece is missing, that's 2 out of 3. 2/3 would be our fraction for that side. And then I came down with this one down here. And when you look at this, same thing. You're counting the whole. Even if it were split into pieces, if we split it into fourths or if we split it into eighths or whatever it is, if it's the whole thing filled in, colored in like on your pages that you did yesterday, you're gonna count that as 1 whole, 2 whole, 3 whole. And then what do we have left over? We have 1, and it's smaller than my third, so 1/4. So my mixed number would be 3 1/4. So hopefully you got that as well before I even wrote that down. And then one last one for you, hopefully being able to show you, don't forget that just because it has different pieces colored in doesn't mean you're counting 1, 2, and then counting all of these. That was one of the things that students have gotten wrong in the past before. So I'm going to talk with you through page 243 really quickly just to make sure. So don't count them separately. When these two halves are together, remember it's 1 whole. So we have the 1 whole, and then we would have our fraction for the other part of our mixed number as how many parts of our plate do we have. And you can tell that, again, there's one piece missing and there's 3. So it would be 1 whole and 3/4. And don't forget, write the whole number bigger and then the fraction smaller so I can tell the difference between them. So if you have your math page 243, take it out. I just want to talk you through it to make sure that we did get these correct. Letter A, when you look at letter A, how many whole circles are filled in? You're not worrying about the fact that there's 3 and 3 and 3. You're looking at how much is shaded in. The first circle, the whole thing is shaded. The second circle, the whole thing is shaded. The third circle has only 2 of the 3 parts shaded. So that fraction, that mixed number, should be 2 2/3. And so hopefully you got that right for letter A. Same thing for B. You're not counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Some students have done that before, and that's not what we're looking for. We're just looking at the total number. So when you're looking at that total number, there are 3 of these filled completely in of our boxes. So when you see those 3 boxes filled completely in, that's just 3. That's your whole number part of your mixed number. And then that 4th box had just 1 part filled in. So the mixed number would be 3 1/4 for letter B. Hopefully you got that correct. Letter C would be 2 3/5. And then D is that even though there's 10 parts that are in that rectangle, you're only looking at how much is filled in. One whole rectangle has been filled in, and then in the bottom, 7 out of the 10 have been filled in, so it should be 1 7/10. So hopefully you did well on that section, and hopefully it makes sense. I just wanted to double check and make sure to reiterate making sense of all of that so that you can get those correct. And then as you're looking at the bottom for the mixed numbers, you can easily tell a mixed number because it's your whole number with your fraction. The other thing that I wanted to tell you to be able to think through to help you with those is think of your ruler. When you're using your ruler and you look at each of those numbers on your ruler, when you go past, let's say 5, that's when you go to 5 1/2. Well, what did you have to pass through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole, and then you go to that half. So that's how you would write 5 1/2, is because you had to go through 5 whole first, and then you would have the half after. So hopefully that makes it, helps you to see it a little bit better and helps you to understand it. And hopefully you did well on that section. I did tell parents that there's your arithmetic quiz 12 today that you're going to be working on. Don't forget to put your name and date at the top of the quiz, and then just work carefully through it. I know you know all those things, so thinking through carefully and check your work. You don't have to do a cover sheet, but you do need to just be checking to make sure that you've got those right answers, and I know you're going to do awesome. So I will be back later with another video for some other things, but just wanted to help you review those mixed numbers, and hopefully make sense and you'll do awesome on that. All right, see you later.